Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 3 of Servant. This is the Apple TV Plus series from director M. Night Shyamalan and from creator Tony Basgallop, and focusing on this family in Philadelphia who now have for a while been supposedly mourning the loss of their child. And, you have this baby who miraculously is there because you have this Turner family and Leanne, their nanny, who seems to be bringing life back into this family in strange and unpredictable kinds of ways. And this third season, my biggest gripe with the second season was it felt like it was spinning wheels and didn't really advance in a whole lot of places. I still think that the third season didn't really necessarily take us. I feel like narratively, like what's going on, like really what's behind, like who is Leanne and what's going on here. And what this season winds up bringing is some new characters that are they're like homeless people, but have this strange connection with Leanne, and they really want to be close to Jericho. And, still, there's so many secrets left in this show and what their motivations are, and trying to figure out exactly who to trust. Like, can we truly trust Leanne? And then you have that Uncle George character, who, played by Boris McGiven, who occasionally pops up in this season, and mostly and very specifically in the final episode, which I do have to say the finale of this season leaves you on a very shocking place and kind of leaving you open to where the hell's the show gonna go? And could this be a big end to some what feels like an essential part to the show? Because you do have Lauren Ambrose as Dorothy, the wife of this family, who is giving this fantastic performance of a woman who's putting on a face all the time, and also slowly becoming unhinged and losing her center of her own sanity in this season. And she really gets to play with that a lot, and this becomes a huge conflict between Dorothy and Leanne. And Nell, Tiger Free, is fantastic in this show. You get to see her be a little bit more manipulative, and, there's always a mystery about Leanne and what's really going on under the surface. And this battle for Jericho, this baby, is becoming more and more intense. Like, they're trying to get people committed and all kinds of things like that in this season, and their conflict is obviously the biggest one. Toby Kebbell as Sean is still great and feels like a genuine guy, and you feel for him, but there's a struggle with how invested we really feel in his relationship with Dorothy, and if they're really a good connection with each other. I question that, at least. I don't know if every other viewer does, but should they really be together? And, you see Sean trying to be good to these homeless people and trying to feed them and stuff like that. And it parallels his understanding and feeling for Leanne versus Dorothy, who shuns these people just like she's becoming very close to completely shunning Leanne from their family. And then you have Rupert Grint as Julian, who is just has so much fun in this series, and I feel like he gets to do a lot in this season in terms of he's building some new connections with Sunita Mani's character Vera, has a relationship, and because there's some will they won't they kind of sexual tension between Leanne and Julian. And this season really plays with that by giving Julian a significant other. And they even do that for Tony Revolori's Toby as well. He gets to have a girlfriend at one point, and it's really playing off. It's like these characters trying to move on from the allure that Leanne has on them. And are they able to? And I have to say, there's some really big, shocking, and impactful, memorable moments. And just vaguely to give you a staircase in the finale, or a kitchen accident in one of the episodes where there's a big cooking thing going on in the house, including Toby's girlfriend who's there with them. You have other big moments like a report on a TV and something horrible happens. And there's always something dark and menacing about this series. I am hoping that they start to move towards answering more of these things before, I feel like a lot of people could eventually start comparing this to Lost, where it's just like you just keep making so many more questions but not answering anything. I just feel like there needs to be more narrative thrust to this series at some point, but it's hard to argue the great performances, the shocking moments, the character work, and just the chilling nature of this series, and, I'm still on board for now. And I hope to be. And maybe at some point we'll get some real answers to that. But we'll have to see in Season 4. But those are my thoughts on Servant Season 3. Let me know what you think and let's talk some TV. Thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.